Hey guys, welcome back to the number one podcast in Houston. We are here today with CA the Don, currently working with a huge artist everyone knows about. It's Mannie Fresh. He's currently on the rise. He's looking to ink a deal probably within the next month or so, maybe sooner. So we got him here for an exclusive to get to know him a little bit and bring his story out to Houston. So CA, if you want to give us a little bit of a backstory, where you come from, how you got into the music game, and then we can go from there.
Let's say, I come from Houston, you know. I grew up in Sugar Land my whole life, damn near. Just music. I was in band, like in middle school and stuff, in high school, beginning of high school. But just I've been writing music since I was like 10, like little raps and whatnot. But like actually like in the industry, like dropping music and Apple Music, it's been like I'd say like 3-4 years, almost 5.
How old are you?
25.
25.
Yeah, it's just.
What high school did you go to?
Lamar Consolidated in Rosenberg. L High.
So give me a little bit of an insight of like how you got introduced to music, because I know me and my buddy grew up doing music. I used to produce beats and stuff back in high school, and it all happened. We met one guy, went to his house, and at that time I didn't even realize you could make music in your own bedroom, you know? Because back then, like, or even now, I don't know if anyone knows, but a lot of people think of music industry and they think of artists. You're going to a big ass studio and you got to have this, you got to have that connection. But there's like so many ways you can do it outside of that. So tell me like a little bit about how that connected with you and how that happened.
I started off in the bedroom like everybody, you know, like recording in the bedroom. It was really just my friends in my neighborhood. It was like 2 friends that really put me on to like I always liked music and rap and whatnot, but they used to like dissect. Like we used to listen to Wayne and shit, and they would dissect like his bars and whatnot. So I became like obsessed with that shit, and they used to freestyle and be like, damn, like that's crazy, y'all come up with shit on the spot right there. So it came from that. We used to freestyle a lot, and then we started making our own music in the bedroom, and then I moved to a big studio, and then I got a studio in the bedroom, and you can go to a studio. Yeah. So you can, like you said, you don't have to go to no fancy studio no more, especially if you got like a good mic. Shit, this is a good enough mic to record in the room. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but that just like honestly, it was really those 2 friends of mine. Especially my boy Ken, it's just from freestyle. We used to spend like 3-4 hours in the car just freestyling and whatnot. That's what got me into it. Yeah.
Did you always know you wanted to do music? Was there ever like a plan B, or was it always like your thing?
Nah, music's always been. Middle school, I thought I was gonna be the next, you know, NFL tight end superstar. But other than that, like since like freshman, sophomore year in high school, I already knew like this is. If I wasn't doing this, I would be doing this. You know, so, for sure.
And you do like live shows and stuff like that? Where are you with that?
Yeah. Especially like last year and the beginning of this year, I was doing a lot of shows, like Warehouse Live, House of Blues, and then I started renting out my own little venues like Airbnbs, and just doing my own shows. But I kind of I had a couple shows in Rosenberg, and then I slowed down because I just like I don't know, I didn't want to. I started being more picky about my shows. Like I wanted to like a good crowd. Like I was always the one bringing the crowd out. Like when people would book me, I'm tired of like I want other people's fans to be there. So I started being a little picky on that. So I slowed down a little bit on the shows, but once I start getting better gigs, I'll be back at it.
So you spoke a little bit about Wayne. Who was your inspiration? Yeah, like give me a couple of people who really got you into it. And
Wayne. Wayne, of course Drake, Wayne, but Wayne before Drake dropped. Wayne for sure. Wayne, early Eminem, like his earlier shit, but it's really just Wayne, really. Wayne and Drake been my inspirations, but Wayne. I've always been fascinated, like, cause all his shit. I don't know if people know, like all his shit's freestyles, like legit freestyles. So I've always thought that was amazing.
Yeah, man, I like that you say that too, because that's like my favorite, no matter what. Like way back in the day, ever since he started, even when like 2009, 2010, when he really popped off and he brought Drake onto the scene, it's dope that, because a lot of people don't give credit to Wayne or realize a lot of the direction music is in now is kind of because of what he started, you know? Yeah, and a lot of people don't say it or give him homage for it, so that's dope. How'd you get connected with, actually before I get to that too, how do you know Vonnie? Because Vonnie's actually now like a regular on our show. Yeah, so yeah.
How do I know Vonnie, dude? I think I met Vonnie through one of my friends, Cannabis. But he came to one of my video shoots, and then we just start kicking it from there. Every time I go out, I got a show or something, or he just comes through, and he's a great artist, so I fucked with him from that. I think we follow each other on Instagram, and I checked this shit out, and we just started talking back and forth like that. Vonnie's a great guy. He's so talented, super talented, and good heart too. It's a good kid. For sure. A kid. I don't know how old is he? I don't know how old he is. Oh, it's a good kid. It's a good kid. Hell yeah.
So I used to be in a band, and we used to think that the way to get our name out there was playing these local small shows. And since you said that you kind of realized a little fast on that the shows weren't really working, what was the thing that you think helps you get more exposure? If it's like shows or the internet or meeting people?
No, don't get me wrong. Like, it might be me, and I might be tripping. Like, I know a lot of people that just do a whole bunch of local shows and they get a buzz. Like my boy Dende, he does shows every week. You know, no matter how many people are there, his buzz is growing. It's just, I guess me, like I just started. It got a little annoying, and like when the crowd was just my crowd. You know, I'm like, damn, like it's just my friends here. Like, you know, why is nobody else brought their fan? Everybody, all the other artists performing, would be like, they didn't bring nobody else. The only one sold tickets. But shows for sure, because even then, like, you gotta find good shows, performing there, and just being consistent. I feel like if people see you post like every day something new that you created, whether it's a song or a cover or promo video, or just something that gets your name out there, and just hitting up networking the right way. You know, like when you network, go to studios and make music, not just going to a club and say hi to the DJ for a second, and that's not networking. So actually, like, doing art and showcasing like your art, that's the best way. Online presence is killing it. But you also gotta remember that there's also real life. Like, you put in the work online, but you also gotta show face in real life. You know.
Yeah. When we network, we try to, because we notice whenever we meet someone in person, even if it's for a split second, just like, hey, then online, now they're like your fan forever, because they'll remember your face and your talking and stuff like that. Over the last 6 months, maybe, what's one of the best shows or experiences that you've had with music?
6 months. Shit. I had the House of Blues show was cool. I'd never performed the House of Blues before, so I performed with a live band. That was dope. What else? I worked with 6 months ago, I think. I went to New Orleans with Mannie Fresh for his birthday. I think that was 6 months ago. And I met Juvenile and Birdman and all them, so that was pretty cool. That was dope. And yeah, I think that was 6 months ago.
So now that you brought it up, why don't you tell us how the connection with Mannie Fresh even started?
Yeah. My boy, actually, my engineer Dillo, his name is Chef Dillo. He's Manny's engineer, and they've been working for like 2 years. And then Manny told him one day, he was like, "Yo, I'm looking for like some new songwriters, you know, some artists." And my buddy was like, "Fuck, well, like, I know a guy." So I came through, and I just showed him a song, and he fucked with it. And from there, like, he told me to come back the next day, and we've just been working ever since. He flew after, he sent me a couple beats, and I came through, recorded them. He liked it, and then he took me out to New Orleans. He has this video, I'm actually in it with him and Birdman, Designer Casket. And like, I'm in it for like 2 seconds, but like I'm in the back. And so, but that was my first time on like real set. Like, they had trailers and security, and like we would walk around like Airport Boulevard, like it's not the hood. I'm just walking around really like it's not the hood, and we just walk around, and it was pretty dope. I met what's his fucking name? Fuck, it's a director. Benny Boom. Is it Benny Boom? Is it him? What's that movie he made?
Didn't he directs a lot? Is it Benny Boom though? It's Boom something, right?
Yeah, it's not Boomtown. It's Benny. I think it's Benny Boom. Yeah. No, I'm thinking of Benny Boom. He's a director. He did movies too. Fuck, I forgot what movies he made. But he directed. I met him and just all those cats. So it was cool. And yeah, I'm grateful that I met Manny, man. Out of anybody in the industry, I'm glad I met him, because he's a good, like, genuinely a good person. Like other than all the talent, me being a fan of him, like, he's a good person, like, good-hearted person for sure.
So tell me a little bit about your hustle, man. Like, you started music. What really got your name out there? Because I know you said you started doing shows. You were making music in both the room and then the studio. Like, what was kind of that moment where you were like, all right, I'm starting to get traction. I'm starting to get fans. People are noticing me. Was it like your core base of friends from back in high school? Did you develop new fans over time through like Instagram, Facebook, or?
I always had my friends, were obviously my first fans, and then and my family. I have great support from all my family, and then just do online. It was never like a overnight or over week thing where it was noticeable and be like, oh, this thing got me popping. It was always like a constant. I always posted every day throughout 2, 3, 4 years. So like it just slowly, like one day I just realized, okay, I'm at 2,000 followers, like, and just start. And then with the Mannie shit, every time I post, I remember the first time I went to New Orleans with Mannie, I gained like 1,000 followers, and so that's when I was like, okay, like people were watching and whatnot. So. And then and I just consistency, man. It was really not like a set, like it's just hustling. Like I said, over the years, like posting shit, I just saw growth every week. I get followers and whatnot, so it works.
Do you have any side hustles that you got going on right now, or are you solely fully dedicated on the music?
Solely dedicated on the music.
Just the music. Sweet.
What's like a crazy story that you've experienced in like a studio or a show or something?
Damn. Fuck, can I say this? Yeah, fuck it. We were at we were in New Orleans at we were in the studio. Mannie was there, Juvenile was there, and Birdman pulled up, and it was during the playoffs and the Pelicans were playing. And we were all downstairs watching the game, and they're all hyped because it was the New Orleans Pelicans, and Birdman has his bodyguards with him, and I thought, of course they're strapped, but I think they would carry like a pistol or something. Some dude walks in the door, and his bodyguard was surprised, and he pulls out like a shotgun. I'm like, where'd you fit the shotgun at? Like it was like I'm talking about like a shotgun. He just pulls it out, and I'm right next to him, like, and then he pulls it out, and he looks at the guy, he's like, oh, okay, never mind. And he puts it back. I'm like, yo, that's wild. Like people really roll around like that. That's the crazy shit. People think it should be chill in the studio. I don't keep a lot of people in the studio. Like it's usually just me and my engineer and my camera guy. I don't like a lot of people in there. So.
You ever been like swindled out of a deal or some money? Because I know the industry is cutthroat, man. I remember my buddy when I was making beats for him, the same guy I was telling you about, I Rome. We got you remember that one song, "Teach Me How to Dougie"? Teach me, right? And you remember the original Dougie by Lil Will? Mm-hmm. All right, so he was able to pull Lil Will when "Teach Me How to Dougie" came out because Lil Will hopped on the remix. We ended up getting him, but like the original people we reached out to, we sent them Western Union money because there was no Cash App or Venmo back then. Lost the money, didn't get a verse, didn't get the music video, and luckily someone in his circle found out what happened, and they kind of reached out and gave us like a deal on it. But I know this shit happens so often in the industry. So you got a story?
Oh man, what? Look, y'all can edit this out, but fuck Rag the Rich's Don, whatever your fucking name is, you a bitch. Look, this was like 2 years ago when I was dropping my first album. He reached out to me. He was like, man, I fuck with your music. I mean, come sit in your studio sessions. I'm like, bet, come through. He came to the first one. We smoked, talked it up. He was like, hey, I got plugs with 93.7. I can get your music spun. I'm like, bet. And he comes to another one. We smoke. And he's like, give me $300. He said, give me $300. I'll put $300 down. And then they said they'll play your shit for a month. I said, bet. Did that and never got played. He kept dodging me, just blocked my number and type shit. I finally got hold of him like a year after that, and he just kept bullshitting, talking about, oh man, I've been struggling and this and that. It turns out he did that to a lot of people. I talked to a whole bunch of people. They're like, oh, he that's what he does. So I'm like, got scammed out. He's not the first person though. A lot of people do that. Like it's either that or it's like people will try to, hey, I can get your Spotify numbers up, this and that. And it's trial and error. What you just gotta go through that shit and figure out what works for you and shit. My best advice to people is just, go through it. Don't just spend money and blow it, but take a chance, take a leap of faith, and just you have to go through bullshit. Like just get out the way. You got to go through it.
So have you heard of an app called TikTok?
Yeah.
Are you on it?
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I have downloaded, but I don't have a profile.
Okay, so I'll tell you a funny. Obviously, you know about all the guys that are popping off through TikTok, right? Like Lil Nozick, Arizona, that Roxanne song, and I listen to Gary Vee a lot. I don't know if you listen to a lot of entrepreneur shit, but so what happened was we made a profile. That's how these actually got popular. That's how I got them in Houston. So made a stupid video on TikTok because I had another one, and I was like, how to hide your jewel. So I put it in here, and I put the other one on top, and it hit it, and it just like went viral. That was the reason how I was able to kind of like approach the stores, and then they were like, yeah, we'll put it the warehouses and stuff. So what's your take on TikTok? Are you heavy on it? Are you trying to get on it? Are you not interested?
I want to get heavy on, because like one of my producers told me to do that, like to start posting shit on TikTok, because like people have been popping on it. I it's one of those things where like I feel like it's not luck, like when the people pop on that, it's kind of like going viral on Twitter. Don't you
Yeah.
think? It's kind of like that. So it's kind of like a luck thing. I've never, cause like I don't know. There's some shit I see on the internet, like on Twitter or TikTok, is like it go hard, but it don't have all these views. And then other shit has all these views. I'm like, what's the
Yeah.
math behind it? I don't get it.
There's really no specific math, I think. You know, like even like I think till this day, maybe I have like 4 videos or 5 that have like gone above 200, 300K views. We did one last week by accident, and we have these in them too. And like we got so many orders within the 24 hours, and we're at like almost 1 million views on it. But it was an accident, right? So the cool thing about TikTok is like I think it's the only platform like outside of Instagram, Facebook, Twitter that will just get organically, like you can go viral with any video. It's so fucking random. You got something to say?
Even though it is random, whenever I do like my YouTube research, because I do YouTube, they say each video is a different opportunity to get viral, you know? And then after that one video pops up, then everyone's going to go back and watch all of your other stuff, and all of your other stuff is going to go up. So even if you don't know, it's like, could be the next video that brings all of your marketing.
How long are the seconds on TikTok? Like how long can the videos be?
So minimum is 15, maximum is 60 seconds.
Okay,
so
okay.
You have to, like, for example, like I think from my research, Lil Nas X used to make memes on Instagram.
Yeah.
And then he started putting his songs behind his memes. So when they would hit off, people would kind of recognize it. And then he posted on TikTok, and I think it was like a stupid dance or something. And it was still that Old Town Road song that some people, I guess, had already heard. So it started trending. And then Arizona, I think his name is Verzez or something like that, the Roxanne song, he created a dance. And the dance popped off. And the song was 3 years old. It just randomly hit off. And it's nuts because, like, he showed his Spotify numbers, and it was like so low, right? It was like a couple of thousand, and then like last month it went beyond 1 million. So he was like getting like $14,000.
3 years old.
3 years old, man. It's nuts. So it's like, yeah, like I told Vonnie just joined TikTok 2 days ago. Yeah, I was like, bro, you need to get on TikTok.
Made one with blue. Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. And so anybody who's like doing music, I've been telling them that too. Oh, you know what? Here's another secret too. I told Vonnie this too, and I keep telling this to music artists because if I was a music artist, I'd do this. Have you heard of this website called Cameo? All right, so there's a website called Cameo.com. And what it is there's a whole bunch of celebrities on the site that actually do shout outs for you if you pay them a certain amount of money. So there's guys like last week Snoop Dogg was on there for Thanksgiving. He was charging $420 to do a shout out. Yeah. And Wiz Khalifa's been on there, Tyga's been on there. So every once in a while you'll find a rapper on there. And then I'm sure you know about like the Instagram pages that post ads for people, right? So I follow a couple of hip hop pages, like hip hop meme pages or whatever, and they got like 5 to 6 million followers. And I'll always see music artists advertise like their music videos, right? And it'll be like, click the link below to follow this dope ass guy. He's making this dope music. So it hit me to be like, instead of just posting your own music video to where people are gonna be like, whatever, he's just stunting hard, you go to Cameo, you pay, let's say like Snoop Dogg $400 to be like, check out my boy Sia the Don, it's sick. And then you take that video, post it on the hip hop page, and you get 5 million people to see Snoop Dogg. They're gonna actually click it, and Snoop Dogg said it, and then they'll probably listen to it. You'll drive traffic. So I told Vonnie that the other day too. I just think that's like a heavy marketing idea.
Yeah, that's money well spent for sure.
Yeah.
I've heard of that. Cameo with a C?
Yeah, Cameo.com. Yeah.
Cameo, regular.
Just spelled Cameo. Yeah, just go home today. You're gonna be like, what the fuck? You can literally, it's all sectioned out. Hip hop.
App or is just a website?
It's a website. Yeah, it's an app too, but they don't let you order from the app right now. I think they're still. I don't know what happened with that. So it's like solely through the website now. But give me a little bit about your family structure, man. Like, tell me about your family, how you grew up. I know you said they're supportive of you. How supportive? Do you have brothers or sisters?
Yeah. No, my family's great, dude. I blessed with a great life. Great, like, mom, dad, brother, my aunts, cousins. Everybody's just supportive, like to the T, to the bottom. They support everything. Healthy home. I can't ever say I came up from the gutter or nothing. I came up just and I'm blessed. That's why I get to focus like solely on music and just don't really have to stress about other shit, you know, because they get it and they fuck with it. Like they see the talent, so they're like, that's what you want to pursue. I told them like when I went to college for like a year, I think. I told them, I was like, look, let me treat music like college. Like, so they're like, all right. So I just put the same hours like into music that people would put into school. and they fuck with it. They see the effort. I don't. There's not a day that goes by that I don't do something for music, whether it's studio or a video shoot or something or this. So they get it and they support it. I got one brother, older brother, and I like to take credit. I inspired him to pursue music. He DJs and produces house music. Yeah, you ever heard of the Flat? It's a house. It's like they play house music. He DJs there often. Him and his boy Malcolm. But yeah, I mean, he started picking up like a year ago. You know, I guess he kind of, and then he just like that's what he does now. He works, but then he gets paid. He gets paid more than me for this shit because DJs always get paid. They like that's a service you're giving. Yeah, but he's a long-term thing. But he goes at it like every night. He's like me. Like every night he gets home from work, he's DJing a set or producing something. So yeah, we've always, and he was in band too. So we've always been like musically inclined. Me and him always like listen to albums and dissect them and stuff. So we've always been like into music, not just like a consumer, but we're like critics and shit. So yeah, and same with my family. My dad's, he had a whole karaoke system at the crib. My mom's a dancer, so we've always been like a music family.
That's super cool. What do you think about the upcoming rappers that kind of hop on as it's trending, as it's becoming more popular to pursue music? The ones that aren't really musically inclined, but they're kind of like they want to do that, but it's just because of like everyone else's trend.
You mean like the ones that are popping that's not really music, or people trying to like
the mass,
I feel like like a lot people feel like they can do it. Anybody feels like they can do it now, which you can, you can, but like a lot of this shit is popping is popping for the moment, and then it's not gonna last, and it's because they pop because of the look. The Blue actually what was it? Blue, somebody else a tweet yesterday, like it's about publicity stunts now, like other than talent, so everybody just feels like they can do it, and especially like you said, you can record in your bedroom, so everyone's like, I can just put out any bullshit. If I make a Triller video and I'm got all this money and I look ridiculous, I'm doing something outlandish, it's gonna get views, but people forget that all these views and retweets and likes on Instagram don't really pay you, and and even me, like I'll get to a point where I'm like, damn, he's popping because he has all these views, but he's not, because then he'll book a show warehouse and sell 8 tickets, so it's just like, I mean, like it's cool, but like a lot of people don't really, I think they think they want to be a rapper, but they don't really, like they're not in the studio, like like they struggle to get in the studio, they don't really want to be there. Like I like doing this shit, like I really like making music, so all the other shit, it's cool, but I feel like if you don't really have love, if you can't be in the studio like for 6+ hours without getting tired, this shit not for you. It's not for you for sure.
Yeah, 100% go ahead.
Yeah, I think after a while they realize that it takes a lot more work than just like putting up an image, and then that's when they slowly start fading out and are like, oh, I guess it wasn't for me.
Yep.
What's the time? Do we need to reset the camera?
8 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, so going back to what you were saying, I do believe it too. I believe that music is like passion driven. Like you have to be passion driven, because like a lot of the people that pop off, the majority of them, it happens accidentally. You know what I mean? And if it happens accidentally, you're gonna maybe make that, like, let's say even $1 million really quick. But if you don't have that hustle in you to begin with, it's gonna be like a tragedy for you, because you're gonna get all that money, you're gonna spend it thinking it's gonna keep coming, and then you're just gonna get broke again. And that's why I think like the hustle that you have, or anybody that really loves music, as long as you keep up that consistency, I think when it hits, you'll know how to keep it going. So that's great, dude. What's your grand vision in all this? Like, where do you see yourself going? Where do you want to be? Is it all about the music? Do you have other goals, like brands you want to build, or is it just solely focused on you just want to be the best fucking artist on the planet?
Yeah, I mean, like, I do have a brand called Survive that, like, and I'm working on some clothes right now, but that's just really because, like, I'm to attach a brand to me. But nah, it's just the music, dude. I'm really just like, when it comes to business and marketing, all that, like I suck at that shit. Like I really just like a music geek. I'm a fan. At the end of the day, I'm just a fan. Like I'm a, like, people hate it. Like if a new song comes out today, I'm like, man, that's the best artist in the world. And then the next hour, somebody can drop something new. Hey, he's the best artist in the world. Like I'm just a fucking fan. Like I just like making music. Like I see myself just making a living off this. Like I just want to be able to wake up and, like, what I have to do is make a song and write a song for somebody, or living off, royalties off a song. And I just see myself being just a legend. I want some people to reach out to me for beats or songwriting. I just want to be that guy that people come to for music. Like I can't see myself getting tired of it. Like I know a lot of people are like, oh, like I don't like they rap and they blow up and then they move on to like other shit, like fashion and this and that, which is cool, but I just want to make music. The more money I get, the more I feel like the more money I make, the more music I'm gonna make. Like I'm gonna spend that money on orchestras and better studio equipment. I just like being in the studio. That's my shit. Yeah.
Do you do like music videos and stuff for your songs?
I have I got my last one was I put one out like 2 months ago. Went to LA and shot it with Steve Aoki's camera guy. Yeah, he produced it too. He's a producer too. And I think it's at like 30,000 right now. Wow. I think we pushed it. Yeah, I don't know how he put it on some playlists, I believe, on YouTube. But yeah, I have like on my page I got like 5 videos out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is this like a playlist that people like pay on to be promoted, or was it just like his?
It's a YouTube playlist that I don't know what play. He just told me he was gonna help put it on a playlist. He showed me the playlist. It was my song and there was a bunch of like Spanish song, like not Spanish, like Afro beat music, because it was like a Caribbean type song. So it was on one of those. So I think those. He probably paid to get on there. Those are worth it. Like when people pay, you either pay and you get fake views, or you pay to get put on a playlist, and that's natural organic views. Whether those people are your core fans or not, they're gonna run through the video because it's on. A lot of people listen to music on YouTube, like especially in the hood or like overseas. Like I listen to music on Apple Music, but like my family in Colombia, like they listen to music on YouTube. So when they run into the shit playlist, they run through your video and the organic views.
Yeah. I was actually just talking about this to Vonnie the other day too. Spotify playlists too are like really big, and it's so, I forgot whose interview it was, but they were talking about how vital it is to try to get a spot on a playlist, kind of like how you were saying. And I told Vonnie that like I'm a huge music fan too, like hardcore. So anytime there's like a new song that drops, I'm like immediately on it. And I remember the day Travis Scott dropped that one song, Highest in the Room. I went on Spotify and I immediately changed my album. You make your own playlists on Spotify, right? And you can name them whatever. And I'll put like stupid names, like Cabana Music or some shit. And I changed the name of the album to Highest in the Room. And then I made the first song his song, right? So then people would click it. I just wanted to see if my playlist would get plays. And it did. So that's when I was like, fuck, dude. Like last night, French Montana just dropped a song with Chris Brown and Sway Lee, and I've been jamming that all day too. And I was like, fuck, man, if an artist, I told Vonnie this too, I was like, keep an eye for music, because like if Drake drops a song like this fucking Friday, you should immediately change the Spotify name to that song, put Drake's song, and then make your song the second song, because it's immediately going to go to the next song. Yeah.
You should get that to yourself.
Yeah.
That's genius.
Yeah, that's for you, bro.
Damn. Yeah, see, I didn't even really know that because I don't use Spotify. Like I use Apple Music. I should use Spotify. Spotify looks nicer too. It looks cooler.
I'm assuming Apple would work the same way, but I don't use Apple Music.
Can it? I don't even know. Cause like Spotify, they did that Spotify wrapped up, show the numbers. Yeah. Apple Music doesn't do that. I don't think so. But that Spotify wrapped up shit bullshit. I don't get it. Cause look, they told me my overall streams this year were 21,000, right? But a song, one of my songs has 38,000 itself. So it makes no sense. Like it doesn't even make sense. Yeah, I dropped it like 4 months ago. It's the video that I just dropped. That song, I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Like, and that's just one song. But that's already more than 20,000. I don't get it. And then I'm not even hating, but like I saw some people that I know, and like they don't even have a fan base. Like they just started making music this year. They posted had 800,000 streams. Like, no, you don't, bro. You have 500 followers. Like, I don't get it. It's weird. That's probably wrapped up weird. This is really weird. Photoshop. So that's what somebody said. It's probably Photoshop. Hey, maybe people need to stop doing that. Even paying for fake views, like they're like that fake it till you make it shit. Like you're not gonna get no better. Like you gotta be able to like see your organic growth and like know what works. Because if you just paying for views and you get all these numbers, like you don't know if people actually fuck with it or not. So you're gonna keep making that same trash. It's not gonna work.
You're gonna end up in the position like you're gonna fucking get a guy to be like, all right, let's go fucking perform at Spire, and nobody's gonna show up for you. Yeah. That was the one thing that like so she taught me a lot about social media. She's really heavy and good on it. And when we started the podcast, it was like first thing I said, I was like, should we buy followers, because people might not want to get on the podcast then? And she was like, well, let's just see how it goes in the beginning, right? And now that we're like at like about to hit 600 followers, it's so dope knowing that like the engagement is all there. Everyone's fucking with us now. And yeah, and there's like people that we're interviewing that have like 15 to 20 to 30 to 100,000 followers, and we have better engagement than them at 500. Yeah, and it's because we're building this huge community just in Houston. Yeah. So it feels fucking dope, man. So like I totally stand behind the whole organic thing, and I hate the people that are just like fluffing shit up.
I know artists like they have like 25, 30,000 followers on Instagram, and then you go to their video on the link in their bio, and it's like 200 views on your video. I'm like, bro, it makes no sense. Like, and it's like, why would you do that? Like, I'm not the only person who's gonna watch your video. Other people can click it and they're gonna see it. And even their Instagram posts will have a whole bunch of comments, and you go to the comments and it's like, these comments don't seem real. Why are all these? Yeah, I'm like, bro, and it's like maybe they even pay for it. It's like Instagram has a lot of like follow trains and shit. You know, the hashtags. I'm like, bro, there's no fun in that. It's not even fun. Like, you're not gonna grow. Like, it's not paying you either. You're not getting money off that shit either. So it's a waste of time for sure.
And your analytics are tools, so then you don't really get to use the analytics as a tool
Exactly.
to see how you're doing. Yeah.
Either like fake analytics, not real numbers.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about who are you jamming on a daily basis right now? I know you said like you'll find this artist and be like, man, this is fucking popping. Like, I'm the same way too. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. I was just on Spotify and I went to the next song, and this guy named Anders started playing. It was a song called Bad Habits, and he sounded like The Weeknd, and I thought it was The Weeknd when I was listening to the song, and I was like, what the fuck? This is such a dope song. You know what I'm talking about? Bad Habits, bro. That dude's Asian, man.
What?
Yes. Yeah, it's a dope song, right? And I was like, man, this sounds like The Weeknd, and I meant the whole drive. I wasn't even looking at my phone, wasn't looking at my navigation screen. I just kept playing it back, and I came home. And I was like, where the fuck's that song? And I went back to the list, like my queue, and it said Anders, and I played it, and I was like, what the fuck? And it was just, it was nuts. But like now, I'm all over him right now.
I'm bad at that. Like I'm bad at like catching new artists. Like cause like I'm the type of person, like, okay, if I'm listening to a new album and I hear one song I really like, I'm not listening to the rest of the album for like at least a couple of days. Like, I'm listening to that song 30 times to that day. It's just, so I still listen to the Carter 2 like it's new. Like I wake up in the morning and I listen to the Carter 2. So that, I mean, where I jam really, I get into moments where like I don't really listen to a lot of music. I'm just listening to a whole bunch of beats I have or like unfinished songs. I'm trying to figure out what to do with them. But other than that, I just listen to a bunch of like Wayne. I don't know, dude. I'm weird. It's just every week is a different shit. I might be listening to Wayne all week, and next week I'll listen to like Spanish music, and then but I listen to a lot of my oldies to us, you know, like shit from like early 2000s, Young Money shit, Cash Money shit. Wayne, I listen to too much Wayne. Wayne, Drake, yeah, dude. Or I'll go back and listen to a lot. I like a lot of salsa music. Like salsa, like romantic salsa, like kind of. Well, salsa's not slow, but slower, more like minor chord salsa and shit. Yeah.
What do you have coming up in the next 6 months?
Next 6 months. I've been working on a bunch of. I actually have a single coming out either today or tomorrow, whenever it drops. But I'm still pushing. I just dropped a song with Mannie Fresh. Yeah. Last week, we dropped this called Club Love. So we've been pushing that, and we're working on a project. Me and him, we're supposed to make like a 6-song project together, like just going back and forth. Well, really, he wants me on the hooks and he wants to do the verses. So I think that's what we're gonna be working on. And I'm working on a little album I want to drop around February. I don't have a name or nothing, but I got a few songs I'm working on, and just singles and good features. I'm selective about the features I do. And people get kind of mad, like, that I don't want, like, or if I, like, tell them, like, if it's a certain artist and, like, I'm busy, like, working on my own projects, like, I kind of want something in return because I'm taking time out of my day, you know? So if you have a good, like, actual following, okay, let's work, you know, I'm benefiting. But if you don't, like, I need something, you know? And they take offense, like, oh, no, but I'm good. I'm like, it doesn't, I didn't say you're not good, but it's just, like, I'd expect the same shit, too. If you're busy, too, and I reach out to you, you know, you charge me and I'll be fine with I pay you. But yeah, I don't really like doing features too much right now, so I just working on my own shit.
tell me what you need, I got it. Hit my phone, ring, ring, no problem. And when we get together, ain't no talking. I know you got a lot of other options. No, baby, they not me, no. Got a lot of faith that I'm about you. We can hit my place if you about it too. Not a lot of space, but I can make some room. Had it made for you, everything for you, anything for you, tailor-made for you, yeah. What can I say to you? You made me say the truth. I had it made for you. So tell me what you need, I got it. Yeah, my phone ring, ring, no problem. And when we get together, ain't no talking. I know you got a lot of other options. No, baby, they not me, no, no, no. They not a no, no, no. I know my place, you know my place. I know my role. So tell me what you need, I got it. Hit my phone, ring, ring, no problems, no problems. No drama for you.
She said she wanted a singer, she never had one.